Welcome everyone to Systems Aggregation for Business Access. Um, I'm Margaret, and today will be our final day for 1.2 for SAB's Lab live webinar episode 1.2. So we're having a little issue with getting the host online, so I'll just do a recap about what we talked about the other day. Just wait for a few people to come online, start. Okay, so just wait a little bit more for a few minutes.
So guys, this is our
Let's see. So we'll get started in the next 2 minutes. If you're watching this from Facebook, kindly follow my page. And also if you're watching this from YouTube, kindly subscribe to SAD's YouTube channel. So you can check us out on YouTube at SAS by Margaret. And also you can just go through this page and then kindly follow. Okay, so we'll just do a recap about what we learned the other day from our episode 1.2, since we're having a little issue with the speaker coming online. Okay. So firstly, he talked about traditional business setting, and then some key note that took was one is that you have to incorporate the children, like your children, you have to incorporate them into your business. If you have a business in mind, first, starting a business need to start from the mind. So if you have a business in mind, don't just come up to set up your entire business certainly around yourself or trying to get employees and stuff like that, but also have a long range vision for your children as well. So how can your children be incorporated within that business? What are some of the things that they'll have interest in? How can you build um those interest in your children, or how can they have a sense of belonging within that business that you're trying to set up? So a business should be more like a long range vision than just um starting up something for a short period of time, or just for, let's say, yourself and people that you employ. Another thing he said is that, yeah, building the sense of belongings in your family business is key. And also, it's not just limited to your family. Also, is also about the organization as well, because you could have a family business set up. You also need other people within that business to be able to help you. So, if your family have a sense of belonging within your business, you need to have your employees too to be having a sense of belonging. So that means like you won't just have people working for working sake. You won't just be leveraging on other people's skills in your time, even though you're paying them. But then if the person doesn't see themselves being in that business, or taking it as their own, and then working tirelessly for that business or that organization, anything will just get them off, because it could be, let's say, you employ somebody based on what you're offering, and then next you want to keep that person because you probably want to increase their pay and stuff like that. So what if they have another opportunity that paying higher than them? So how will you be able to keep that person? So what are some of the things that you can do? What are some of the plans that you can come up with to help build up your employees? So what are you doing as a leader within your business or within your organization? He said leadership starts in the mind with the individual, and it should be transferred to the family. So you should have a vision, you should write it down. Don't just have a vision, because a lot of times we have, how to go, we have so many great ideas like coming up in our head. Oh, I want to do this, or I want to do that, or I can set up this, or I can start up this. So if we don't write it down, even in the book of Habakkuk, we say write the vision, like write it down, make it plain. Because if you don't write those things down, you just be confused. You will not be stable on one particular thing that you want to do, because you have so many ideas coming in. And the thing is, it's not because you have so many ideas coming in, so that means you should just take it. At times you get good ideas, but then you don't really have a long plan for it. So you're not looking at maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, or 50 years from now, like, will that idea still be able to solve problems for people? Will that idea still be able to help people? Will that idea still be something that people can look up to? So it's not everything that comes to mind that you have to, capture it. So at times you have to write them down. That way, say you have to write down your vision, write down your thoughts, your ideas, and then you also have to scale them. Because what if you have an idea, and then you started a grade, let's say for the first 1 to 3 years, you started a grade. But then in the fourth or the fifth year, and then you start seeing other things, coming up. And then you start feeling, fed up about the entire thing, like, okay, So I started this thing great, and then it's not going well as planned. And then I see another person doing another thing. So maybe I should just go ahead and do it. At times, you find most people starting up businesses that they don't even do research on. Number one, they don't even know their target audience. Number two, they don't even know anything about the business, but just the fact that another person is doing it or another person come up with this idea. Okay, let me do it too. Or just the fact that they came up with it by themselves, and then it's more like, okay, so this is my thought, this is my idea. Let me just do it. Just because you think or you plan that something will go well, and then you think that other people will take it and be like, oh yeah, I want to do this. Okay, I want to get involved in it. That's not how everybody thinking, because everybody have different way of doing things. Everybody has different way of approaching things and how best to be able to see how best they can relate to it. So first, you want to look at, okay, is this idea relevant? Is this idea something that can be able to serve people? So the thing about business or building generational leaders is more like you want to look out for the long run. Like, will this still be able to serve people in the next 10 to 15 years? Will this be able to help build up my target audience? Will I rather be serving instead of just doing something for the profit? You can get profit, like who wouldn't want to start a business that you can get profit? Of course, you have to get profit. Otherwise, if you're just doing a business without profit, then that's, let's say, SOS organization. You're just trying to be your render some charitable services. Let's put it that way. You're just trying to help people for free. It doesn't make sense in doing business without getting profit. So you have to get profit in whatever business you want to do. But first, you need to know whether that business is actually helping people. Is it really helping people? Is it really giving out the best result that it can give? Are people really like enjoying this thing? Is it solving problems? Because you can just start a business that, okay, for the fact that I'm making profit, so yeah, it's good. So you have to look at those things like how can I start a business, or how can I be able to develop a generational leader within my business? How can I incorporate my children? How can I make them to have a sense of belonging, whether it's my children or it's my employees, my staff or whatever? You have to see on the long range vision, and then see if you're actually solving problems, because you cannot do a business without solving problems. It makes no sense. And then also, you cannot do a business without getting profit. It makes no sense too. So you have to balance it, like, okay, is this business solving problem, or what are the problems that I see? And then another great way to actually get business ideas, you can share with friends, share with family your thoughts, and then your ideas on what you think. On Ask them questions. What are some of the things that are frustrating them? Like let's say you're a person, you want to enter into transportation business. So you already experienced that. Let's say you don't have a car, and then people that don't have cars too. So like, how can you be able to solve this problem, right? Like, because in transportation, they're solving problems for those that don't have car, or those that can, let's say, drive. Let's put it that way too. So what are the problems that you're solving? What are the problems you want to solve? And how long do you want to solve that problem? How can you incorporate people that will have a sense of belonging within that problem that you're solving? So that's another thing that you have to look about. You have to look at, and then say, write a vision. Okay, have a vision, write it down, think savings and extension. So another thing about developing generational leaders, if you're not thinking savings or extension, then your vision is just right here. I mean, you even got plan on anything for the next 5 to 10 years. So, are you saving for your business, or are you saving for the great idea that you have in mind? How can you be able to invest in your own business before other people start investing? Whether you're investing your time, whether you're investing money, whether you're investing the fact that you have to learn new skills to be able to help that business or that idea for it to be able to bloom. So, for example, me being a business coach, having a platform. So, I have to invest my time. I have to invest money too because all this stuff that I have to get, like, I have to pay for them. I have to invest my time. I have to be consistent in doing stuff, like coming out consistently, going live, talking, trying to get people to come on my platform. Like, you have to invest things. You won't just get them on, let's say, some flower bed of ease, like, okay, we just come to you. You can have the greatest idea in the entire world. If you do not invest in them, you will not be able to work. If you do not have people around you that will be able to, let's say, support what you're doing, you will not be able to work. So what are you investing in your business that you want to do or that you already started? So another thing, talk on key attributes as a generational leader. So let's see. So one, he said integrity. You cannot have a business or you cannot have an organization and then do not have integrity. Like, people and always have this bad thought about you. You cannot say something and then you mean it. You cannot do things that represent you. The last time I had a guest, I was talking about personal branding. So you don't have core value, like you don't represent what you say. You say one thing, you do another thing. Like, you have this two-faced, right? Your brand is one thing and you're another thing. So how can people trust you? What's your integrity? How can people really trust what you're saying, what you're doing? And then consistency. Next, how consistent are you? So how many hours of work are you trying to dedicate to that particular thing that you're doing? Is it like maybe Sunday good, like they say Sunday good, Sunday bad? Like, okay, the day you feel like doing it, you do it. The day you don't feel like it, stop. You're not consistent. So if you're not consistent with what you have in mind, with that great idea that you have, if you're not consistent in building it up, how you want others to be consistent in following what you're doing? It's not just about getting a huge amount of number on social media. It's not about people liking your posts or people viewing your videos and stuff like that. It's more about you being consistent in what you're doing. You trying to put out all your best or giving out your effort and doing all you can. Sorry. Okay. And doing out all you can to be able to build up what you know that will someday bloom. So even though you can't see everything happening right now, even though you want your page to be, let's say, verified by Facebook, let's put it that way, you have to reach up to certain amount of numbers, like certain amount of followers, and not just getting the followers, because there are so many ways you can just get followers. You can go and buy them. Well, but then what the essence of buying followers or having people following you if you have nothing valuable to offer them? So how can people benefit from you? What are you offering to them? Next, you talk about intentional. Are you intentional about what you're doing? Are you intentional about your business? Are you intentional about your organization? Are you intentional about helping people mainly? My job here is to help businesses, help entrepreneurs, help young people who want to start up their business, help established brand who want to get more sales or increase their sales and revenues. My job here is to help. So how intentional am I about this platform? How intentional are you about what you want to do? And then being intentional is like it applies to every aspect of your life, right? It's not just about business. It goes down to family, it goes down to school, it goes down to work, it goes down to everything, even your spiritual life, yeah. It goes down to it too. So how intentional are you towards whatever you want to do? Some people want to be a mentor to other people. You can't even mentor yourself in the first place. Like you can't even talk yourself into a situation or out of a situation. So how do you want to help other people? A lot of people struggling. I'm not changing my topic, but then it's just bow down to the same being intentional. So if I want to help people as a business coach, I have to help myself first. I have to help myself too. I have to help my platform. I have to try all I can to have people coming out sharing their ideas, talking about what they have expert in, talking about things that inspires them, talking about different various topics that will be able to help others that are watching too. So how intentional are you? Then he also made mention of like look forward, look towards the future. Okay, yeah, look towards the future. So it's not just about now, like in business. Don't just do things for okay. So for the fact that today let's say today I made about okay, let's say I'm producing some skincare products and then today I sold about 50. Okay. So what's the next step? Are you going to sell another 50 tomorrow or are you aiming higher like 100, 150, 200, 500? It's not just about now. Okay, let's talk about future too. Do you just want to keep packaging things on a lower scale and then giving it out to people? Or do you see yourself more like selling things on a wholesale? Maybe you're a retail seller. So what about the future? What are the next step? What are the stages are you taking? What are some of the strategies do you have to be able to expand your business in the future? Are you just thinking about selling in a particular area or environment or in a particular country? What about other countries? Won't other people be able to benefit from what you're selling to? So let's look at like looking towards the future. How can your business help people in the long run? It's not about just now, present, and stuff like that, but also about the future too. So next, he talked about mentorship roles. So in developing generational leaders, you need to have a mentor. Nowadays, people don't want to get a mentor because people don't want to listen to other people. Like, why should the person be advising me on something? Like, probably I already know. Or more like, I can easily go and read this and I'll get what I want to get. So it's not just about you reading stuff. I do realize that, but it's not everything you learn from a book. At times you learn from other people's experiences. It's not just about you having your own experience. Like people say, experience is the best teacher. You're wrong. If you cannot listen to other people and then for them to be able to share their experiences with you, or for them to be able to advise you on how to carry out things. A lot of time you find people starting out businesses without business coaches. Like, okay, for the fact that okay, I see this person selling women clothing today, and then okay, same women clothing going to let me jump in women clothing and start selling. Okay, send to the next day, surprise packages going on. Let me jump into it and do it. Okay, another day, somebody baking cake. Okay, I can bake cake. So let me go and do it. You're not stable. Don't get me wrong, um having how do you call it multiple businesses or multiple streams of income is not wrong. But it's wrong if you refuse to have a mentor to be able to guide you. Who are the people are you listening to? What are they saying to you? How can they help your business that you're into? How can they help you as a person? That mentor self that you're even listening to, is that person value matching yours, or like are they setting example also that you'll be able to follow, or for the fact that they are older than you, so that makes them your mentor? Just because somebody is older doesn't mean they should be your mentor. Just because they are successful in certain aspects doesn't mean that they should be your mentor too. Because if you are getting a mentor, you have to see like every aspect of that person's life if it actually meeting up. You cannot get somebody, let's say he's really good at business, but then his marriage is flunked, like messing up, or he lives anyhow, doesn't really care for the fact that his business is blooming, getting money, then you say, okay, that person my mentor. He will lead you straight to after talking about business. So you have to get a mentor as or startup if you even if you already have a brand that is well established, you need to get someone that you can talk to about your business. You need guidance. You need to look out for a person that will be able to guide you when your business is shaking. Because every business has this thing up and down. Like there are 6 months I was telling about business and planning and stuff like that. So you have 6 months in a year where a business can bloom. You have another 6 months where you start getting rocky. Maybe you will not have enough customers, clients. You're not ready to see people pulling in for what you're offering. So what will you be doing in times like that? Like, how can you plan your business in a way that even if you're not really getting more people like you used to, how can you be able to manage your business that it will still be able to float like during those difficult times? How can you set up a business that if it's not going well, you not be frustrated about the entire thing? You'll be like, okay, let me just close the whole business down. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that. At times, like you just feel weak. Like for example, you having too many competitors. Like instead of you continuing and pushing forward, you be like, oh Lord, everybody's doing what I'm doing, so let me just stop it. Like, why are they trying to steal my idea? What are they trying? The thing is, nobody can steal your idea. Even if the person do exactly what you're doing, they have this saying that says you can steal my recipe, but the sauce won't taste the same. Like seriously, it will never taste the same because why you're different. And then I see business more like a ministry. So even 5 person can be doing a particular thing, but there will just be one special thing about each person business that is different from the other because why everybody they are different. So it doesn't really matter how many people doing this, how many people doing that. It's all about you. How consistent are you? How intentional are you? What's the future for your business? What are the things that you will need to help your business to go forward? So they'll be like, oh, okay. So maybe you'll be thinking, leadership has to do with just, getting a lot of followers and then you're walking around like some boss or something and then you get, it's not all about leadership. Leadership, like, I just, I don't know, 1% or something about leadership and you having people healing you. Just because somebody heal you doesn't mean you're a leader. Doesn't mean you're a leader. Leader set example. They they do things for people to follow them to do that same thing. Not like you controlling people how to do things and then you just sit down. Leaders get to work. Leaders show people the way. Like, okay, let's do this. Not like go do this. Let's do this. Let come this that. Leaders they listen. You have to listen to people, whether they're above you or they're beneath you or they're on the same level or they're on the same level with you. You have to listen to them. You have to be open-minded with other ideas. It's not everything is not just about you. Like, okay, because I see this thing this way, because okay, we're actually planning to have a conference meeting, right? And then because I think that we should rent this hall in this particular area, so that's what we should do. So if another person comes and says, okay, we can rent this hall and then we can have the meeting here, but also let's go on live. Let's go on live and then other people too can watch the same program. So like no, we having the meeting right in this hall and that's it. Leadership, leaders they listen. Okay, so it's not just about you, your mind may be let's say limited to some things, but then if you give others the opportunity for them to be able to give ideas, it will be for everybody benefit. So are you a leader of an organization or you have your business that other people that are working for you? How do you interact with them? What are you telling them? What do you learn from them? As employers, what do you learn from your employees? It's not just about them just working for you. How can you benefit from them too? Just because you employ somebody in your company today and then they're producing results for a company, that's not just all about the benefit right there. You should be able to learn something from that person, whether if it's just about their attitude about handling certain situations, you should be able to learn it too. And then also you should be able to give them other benefits. As a leader, give them other benefits. Not, it shouldn't just be limited to paying people their salary. How can you help your employees or your staff for them to be loyal to your company? What can you do? Are there trainings that you want them to be participants of? Like, do you want to sign them up for other trainings? Do you want to send them another place so that they can be equipped well? Or are they just there because they're just doing your job? So yeah, for the fact that they're doing the job and then they bring the results, you making money, that's it. If you pay the person, let's say $750 or $1,000, and that's all you have to offer them, and that person sees another opportunity for them to go and work and they're paying them let's say 1,500. Guess what? They will leave you and they will go to do the next place because the only thing you're offering them is just money. It's just their salary. You're just offering them 1,000 or maybe 5,000 or whatever. But if they see another opportunity that gives them, let's say, freedom, give them things of more variety that they can also learn. You see some people, they will send their staff out of the country or maybe to others, how do you call it? To other training centers for them to be able to equip themselves. What are you doing as a leader? How can your people benefit from you? What can you offer them? Do you just want to be in command, like, okay, for the fact that I say that they should do this, yeah, they're serving me, they're giving the result that I want. Leadership is not just about my, I, me. Leadership has nothing to do with it. Times you see most people, if they get to a certain level and then they see this a young person trying to build up certain things, and then or another person, it could be whether younger or a person trying to build up something from scratch. Okay, I need you here. I need you to kind of, sign up for this and help others, train others and stuff. Then everybody want to relax and want to be like, you want to sit back, you want to relax, you don't want to be part of the struggle. Then at times when the person is successful now, you want to identify yourself with that person. And the person turn you down, what will you say? Oh, the person, they just started here today, and then the next thing, because they feel that they're at this level, so that means they made it in life. No, you're not there from the start. So why should somebody remember you? So the thing is, be able to help as a leader. And then don't just get this mindset that, okay, I'm this person on social media. I have a lot of followers. So that means you can contribute to others and small beginnings. Like there's beauty in small beginnings. You'll be able to contribute, whether it's um whether it is your time or is you just sharing your knowledge or something, be able to contribute to that person. Then we'll say most of the time is like you want to be a leader but you don't know where to start from. Some people, they are waiting for people to start following them to become a leader. Some people, they are waiting to be well recognized before they know that, okay, I'm a leader for this. Everybody want to be here. Everybody want to be here. Like, you want to reach to the top. Everybody want to, like, you want people to know you. You want everything. Like, leadership has nothing to do with that. Leadership is actually more like looking out for people, being able to lead people the right way. For example, you have an organization be able to lead your people. Don't just sit back and wait for the praises to come to you. You have a business, and then you're the owner of that business. But then, let's say, for example, you have a restaurant business. Do you know who are the backbone for that restaurant business? The cook, the waiters and waitresses, the security men. Because let's say for example, right? You're not paying your staff well, or you're not even, let's forget about paying your staff well. You're not even talking to them well. You have a bad attitude. Okay. I go home now, like let me just come out all plain and all, let's say, real. As a business owner, you have a bad attitude. You don't talk to people right. Like you don't talk to your staff well. You don't treat them well. You don't respect them. And then let's say, for example, you have a restaurant. You just talk to them anyhow. You don't even train them in the first place. So you you make that cook or that waitress or waiter to be feeling bad, or that security man, you just look down on them for the fact that you feel that you are paying them, so they should do their job. The cook should be able to cook, right? The waiter should be able to go to the table and then wait there for people to start ordering. The security man should be at his post of duty and then welcome people in, but yet instead you're shouting at them. Seriously? You're not even training them. You don't even have time for them. You don't make them for them to feel like they're important in that business that they're doing. You think they'll stay long with you? They won't. If they have another option, they will run. They'll run from you. And at times you see, most of the time you go to a particular place and then you see, okay, so today you're there and then this staff is on board. The next week you go to that same place, another staff, they're like, you're already changing people here, like every time, because people, they are not really happy. Some people, they're just doing job for the sake of being able to sustain themselves and their family, but they're not really happy at that job because the way their bosses talk to them, like, oh, is that bad? So as a leader, as a business owner, this is for y'all especially. Please take care of your people, and your people will be able to take care of your customers, because you're the backbone for whatever business that you're involved in. It didn't have to do with just restaurants. It can be any business. For the fact that you have other people working for you, if you take care of them well, they will be able to take care of your customers, and that will keep your customers coming back more. Let's say you wake up one morning and you're the owner of a restaurant. Now you just talk to the security man anyhow. You may already feeling frustrated, and then like, okay. So another person walked into your restaurant, and even for the security man to open the door, he's more like, or just giving the person attitude. You think that person will want to get in that place? No. Or let's say the person sat down at the table waiting for the waiter to come out or the waitress to come out. Then the waitress or waiter just throw the menu anyhow. You think that person will want to stay? No. What if the food, the body food, everything in the food tastes somehow? You think that person will want to continue that food? No. You think that person will come back to that place? No. Because what? From the leader already talks. So he passes negative energy down to his staff, and now everywhere is affected. So you have to see after your people that you call your teammates. See after them, and then you'll see after your customers too. Being a leader is not just about you. It's about how you serve others. It's about how you serve others, how you associate yourself with them, how you make them to feel like, I love what they guest said, like having a sense of belonging, like being part of that thing. If a person feel like they're part of any business, whether they're just ordinary staff, right? But they feel that they're part of that business, they feel like their presence are, felt, or their presence, like it means a lot to the company. That person will not want to joke with their job. You find them smiling, happy with what they're doing. But then all these things boil down to leaders or business owners or people are refusing to have mentors. Like, why should somebody be my mentor? Why can't somebody be your mentor? Why should I have a business coach if I know already how the business going, and then I know already how people can respond to the business? I already get in profit, so why should I get a business coach? Okay, you don't want a business coach? Fine. Sit there and let your business crash. Like, or sit there when you have opportunities for you to go and let's say pitch your business ideas outside to other people so that you can probably get investors or probably get funds for your business, and if you don't know how to do that, so you'll be looking everywhere for somebody to give you ideas. It doesn't make any sense. So I have like 5 questions that I will leave you with, because I have only 6 more minutes to be done with this section. I'm so sorry to Dave. Our guest couldn't come online because he had some issues. So I have to do a recap, and then also out of like, I feel so inspired to just add up on what I understood, and then also take it to another level of helping to develop generational leaders. So first, you have to understand, what does leadership mean to you? What does it mean to be a leader? Is it just about having followers? Just getting people to follow you? Just getting people to like your post? Just want to share something with people that they can share also, so you can be, out there? Or do you really want to lead people? Do you just want to attend, programs, conferences, summits, and just be in the fries? Let's put it that way, in the fries, like in the program, into it, like everybody you want everybody to see that you are there too. Are you actually learning things from there? A lot of time we find people attending programs, attending so many summits and stuff, getting certificates, but check whether they are implementing what you're learning. No, they're not. They're not. But they'll keep going, and keep going. To take pictures and post on social media. That's all they want to do. So, what does leadership mean to you? Next, why is leadership important? It's not just about business. Why is leadership important? Why should it be important to everybody in every aspect? Why? Another thing is, sorry, another thing is, who is a leader? Some people be like, leaders are born, leaders are made. They always having that, exchange, like, leaders are born, no, leaders are made. Who is a leader? And then, when should a person start to take on the responsibility as a leader? And then lastly, where should leadership start from? So these are just 5 questions that I have for you. If you like, you can leave your answers in the comment section. If you like, you can just write them down and think about them and try your best to be a leader. Leadering is limited to having people following you or having platform on social media and stuff like that. You can even be a leader from your home. How you handle things, how you take care of your family, how you take care of your siblings, how you take care of other people that are with you, how you handle other people's businesses. How faithful are you as a steward? So I'll go over the question again. What does leadership mean to you? Why is leadership important? Who is a leader? When should a person start to take on the responsibility as a leader? Where should leadership start from? Are you a leader? So Thank you for joining in today, or if you're watching this video after, like when I close this entire live thing and then you're watching this, I just want you to just think about them. Just think about them and ask yourself some really, really good questions. And then we talk about the key attributes. There are so many, but then I just have four. That is integrity, consistency, be intentional, and then you should be able to look towards the future, like have a long vision for what you want to do. What do you want to start a business? What do you want to do? Anything. And mind you, starting a business or be let's start with starting a business first. Starting a business, you need to look out for how best you can be able to help other people in what you're offering. How best your services helping people. How best your products helping people. At times, yeah, people run out services for their business. Sorry, people sell products for their business. So whether it's a service or it's a product, how are they, all those things, how are they helping people? Whether you're a business coach like me, or you have a restaurant, a boutique, or tech business, construction site, or you're into real estate, you're, I don't know, photographer, or whatever that you want to do, make sure that those things that you are doing, they're actually helping people. Because if they're not really helping people and you're just into it, trust me, a time will come where you will feel so downhearted. Things will not go as planned. Like for example, today, let me just be honest. I was really expecting my special guest to come on for us to just conclude this entire thing. So when I tried reaching out and then we had some issues, like I can't get him online. It's more like, oh Lord, what am I going to do next? Should I continue this live? Should I come on live? Should I just postpone it again and stuff like that? But no, we have to keep going. Sides have to keep going on. I have to keep building this thing. So, what do you do when things don't go as planned? Will you just get fed up and stop? Or will you wait for that particular thing to happen? Or will you find another means? Or will you be creative enough to find another means to be able to push forward? Then what are you doing now? What do you have interest in that you want to do, that you think like it can help people, that you think you can lead people in that direction? And get this in mind. Don't just be a leader and just be saying things that you can do. Like do what I do, but don't do what I say, but don't do what I do. Oh no, don't just be a leader that will say things for people to follow and do it, and you're not doing it. Leaders lead with example. Things that they're already doing. That what they lead with. The way you say when you hear the word followers, they're following the footsteps of their leaders. So if you don't have anything to offer, you don't have any path to lead people on, please don't disturb yourself being a leader. Or go back to your drawing board and then start to plan on ways that you can be able to help people, you can be able to serve people, you can be able to lead people in the right direction. Be able to help them. Don't just sit back there and then you be like, okay, let me just get people to follow. Let me just turn my camera on and just start talking, blah blah blah. Be able to set examples that people will be able to follow. Be able to do things that people will be like, okay, yes, if this person can do it and get up to a certain stage, a certain level, I can do it too. So I've come to the end of today's session. Thank you for joining me. If you're still here up to now, thank you for following up. If you just got across this video and you decided to watch them, if you're watching this from Facebook, I want to say thank you so much for being on my platform. Please like and follow my business page. Like, I'm really trying my best to build up this thing. So please like and follow. If you're watching this from Instagram, maybe it will just be a short portion I'll have to put on Instagram. If you're watching this from there, kindly follow my Instagram platform too. If you're watching this from YouTube channel, please subscribe. I need subscribers. If you're watching this from TikTok, like subscribe, follow, please, because I have a lot that I want sites to be able to actually help people, actually help um business owners, people that just want to, venture in, just want to start venturing into businesses, people that want to lead organizations and stuff. So more people that are stay in the pipeline, and then they will be coming on live too, will be joining me and then sharing what they know best. Some will be sharing their stories, some will be talking on a specific topics or themes and stuff like that. But then Sab will always be here to help you out. So please subscribe. I'm Margaret, so business coach and the founder of Systems Aggregation for Business Success. It's called SABS. So thank you for following. Thank you today for joining me. And I'll see you in my next live section. Oh, and lastly, I will have the link above this video if you're watching on my Facebook platform. So I have the link above if you're interested in coming out here to share with us a specific topic. Please fill in the form. It's important for you to fill in the form because the form is where I have to get the information and then get a date that will be able to set up. If another person already booked that date, then I'll have to reschedule your date and then also tell you the time that will be available for us to come out here. And then, yeah, every other thing or information that you need will be on the form. So if you're watching from Facebook, you just look above. You see the link there. If you're watching from YouTube, you just look down in the description box. Yeah, you see the link there also for you to fill in the form. If you're watching from Instagram, you can just check in my bio. I've already connected the form link there. So thank you for joining today, and I'll see you when I see you. So bye.